Welcome to Wrestleheads. I'm Chuck Jones.
The man is back in front of the table.
Amar's away on assignment. So,
wait. I am back on this side of the table.
How you doing?
What kind of fuckery is this? Roll the show.
Go. The original two sitting here at the table, right? Where it all begins again. And it's appropriate that we now are on our way to the biggest professional wrestling pay-per-view of the year. We just
WrestleMania?
got WrestleMania. Well, they know
32
in Dallas, AT&T Stadium. So we now know the main event of the show, thanks to WWE Fastlane, which we just concluded watching here not too long ago. Roman Reigns defied all odds. He defeated Dean Ambrose. He defeated Brock Lesnar. He's going to WrestleMania. He's challenging for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Triple H.
in a good match.
No, it's not the year 2000. Triple H is defending the title.
What kind of fuckery is this shit?
So,
Just saying.
with that being said, let's go ahead and give you a recap of Fastlane. Started off pre-show, United States Championship. Kalisto defending the United States Championship against Alberto Del Rio. 2 out of 3 falls. Okay.
You gotta do it with a little Latin.
It basically went down like this.
Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio in the first fall got himself eliminated from disqualification.
Bam! With a chair.
Right. The second fall, Alberto Del Rio became victorious by defeating him with a
double foot stomp off the top.
Yeah, his patented double foot stomp.
Which is dumb. That move is dangerous in so many fucking ways.
So, with that being said, the last one, the rubber match, went to Kalisto.
And a shitty roll up. That roll up was shitty.
The way it looked, Kalisto's going to WrestleMania as United States Champion. This man over here begs to differ.
If it's anything right, he drops tomorrow night on Raw.
I would like to see Kalisto go to WrestleMania.
Why?
And defend the championship.
Why?
And I would like to see the United States Championship put up on a ladder because Kalisto is a great ladder match wrestler, number one.
You know what you can do? You can have him be in the match, but not win it.
Hey, whether he wins, loses, or draws, put the match up there, put him in there.
He needs to be with his tag team partner. Be a part of Lucha Dragons. So you go, Lucha, all that other bullshit.
And I'll tell you something else, the way the WWE cares about their tag teams, there was no tag team championship match tonight.
I know, you had the New Day, and they fucking Run DMC sweats and shit.
Yeah, the New Day basically doing some kind of stand-up comedy segment
with Edge and
Christian, and then they brought the League of Nations out there to be the butt of their jokes.
They some boring bastards other than Barrett.
The part that gets me is, they put that shit on before the main event. That was like, you saw that segment right before the main event.
Maybe it's supposed to be the comic relief or something, to lighten the mood, because the match is supposed to be a big game match.
Well, whatever the case may be, the show has some pretty decent matches. There were 2 Divas matches tonight. You know what I mean? And, for what it's worth,
You almost forgot. Here, let me help you out. The tag team match. You got Team Bad against Sasha and Becky Lynch. Good match. No problem. To me personally, Sasha's rise should be pull back a little bit slower. I'm more old school with that, where she should have still been in Team Bad, go to WrestleMania, win the belt, start having problems with Team Bad, they kick her ass out. Kind of evolution did to Randy Orton back in the day type of shit. See? Yeah, exactly. That's how you do it. But whoever the WWE couldn't hold their wad long enough, at the end of the fucking day. Did I say wad? Yeah, I think I said wad.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, they couldn't hold their wad at the end of the day.
They shot the strudel.
Like it was prom night. They couldn't hold their shit together.
Well,
and that ended that. And then if you want to go about the other Divas match, I didn't like it. Me personally, Brie Bella is below. What's the word I'm looking for? She's an okay wrestler, at best.
To me, it's kind of like what you said. Okay, if you're gonna apply that logic to Kalisto, then you better apply it to her. She's better than tag team. She's better wrestling with her sister. Being a singles competitor, she ain't got it.
See, and you figure she would have got better being married to Daniel Bryan. They could sit there and have that little goat wrestling at home. But at the end of the day, it don't happen.
No, and I really don't like the fact that, I understand what she was doing. wearing his boots and fucking.
Thought she was gonna get some of that
trying,
WrestleMania luck.
Yeah, trying to get the crowd.
And even like something like that should have been worn at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You don't wear it for no fucking whole lane pay-per-view. I mean, really, come on now.
Yeah, so thank goodness Charlotte won the match, figure 8. She's going to WrestleMania. She's defending the Divas Championship.
We going all out of sequence, but the next match I want to talk about is that 6-man tag with bum-ass Ryback, who fucking looked like he injured Luke Harper. I mean, Ryback, you a piece of shit. I don't know why the fuck you still got a job. Go ahead.
So what Randy is referring to is the Wyatt family, Braun Strowman, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan, with Bray Wyatt at ringside versus Kane, Ryback, and The Big Show in a 6-man tag grudge match. Basically, the match was pretty decent. It was nothing but big men rolling around. And they gave the match. They gave the belt to Ryback. They let him win. They let him go over. And
did you see him almost fuck up? He almost killed that kid.
He didn't even hook Luke Harper's head for his patented finisher maneuver. So I don't know if he was tired, winded, or whatever the case may be. But I'm glad Luke Harper had enough sense to protect himself. Because he could have missed WrestleMania this year, fucking with Ryback.
That son of a bitch is a safety hazard. People, let me tell you something. And I'm getting on my soapbox right now. You might not have liked him, you might have loved him, but CM Punk, everything he said about shit was going on in WWE is correct. You get a son of a bitch like Ryback who's unsafe as fuck, and he showed you tonight why he should never had a sniff of a world title chance. Hell, he shouldn't have a fucking job. He should be somewhere parking fucking cars or at a fucking gym supposedly training people how to become. Well, he can't train. He can't wrestle, so he can't train wrestlers. Maybe lift weights, hit the dumbbells.
Yeah, he's damn good. He's damn good as far as lifting weights and stuff like that.
He damn good, probably popping his ass with a shot.
But wrestling psychology and all that stuff, it just, he didn't have it. And like he said, he looked kind of weird with his trunk saying big guy, and he was the smallest guy in the ring.
He was the smallest motherfucker in the ring.
Yeah.
How you the big guy?
I don't know.
He's the shortest motherfucker. He wasn't. He ain't even the best wrestler. Shit. Fucking Kane still can go compared to him. The Big Show. Any of the Wyatt family, even the green ass fucking Braun Strowman. It's something wrong with that. With all the experience that kid has, a fucking ride bitch, and he's still horrible. You're not even worthy to go to NXT. They need to get you out of the fucking WWE.
Cause you've proved, son.
You ain't got what it takes anymore.
You ain't got what it takes anymore.
Fuck that. You ain't never had what it took. For a half a second, let's just be honest. For a half a second, when you skipped Sheffield, you showed something. Anything from the crowd. You want to say something out there. You want to say nothing? Okay. Anyway.
I was going to say, the first thing I want done, I want that lame son of a bitch out of my ring. Not out of the ring, get him out of the WWF.
That's what Charles referred to as Stone Cold speech from the 96 King of the Ring, which is up on the Wrestleheads page if you want to check that out. And not only that, too, give shouts out to The Miz being married to Maurice for 2 years. Jesus Christ. It's like, with time, she done got better looking.
Yeah, she hot.
Like, damn.
She always been hot. She is
like,
good.
Miz, boy, I know he putting that skull-crushing finale on her ass in the sack. Jesus Christ.
So with that being said, moving on with the show, I just...
You gotta face fact. Tonight's pay-per-view was like a C+. I'm willing to go out there and say C+. And the only reason I saved that shit was the main event, which we probably should segue to. That's a great segue. Let's just let's get the AJ Styles and Chris Jericho up. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They ended their match. They ended the feud. We'll be able to see what they do tomorrow. Also, that Intercontinental Championship match, Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens, fantastic match. Next to the main event.
There you go. You right.
Next to the main event, that was the best match on the card. Those two matches held up the card tonight.
And I'm sorry, Chris Jericho, you ain't got what it takes anymore. It's time for you to go.
Well, I think he gave him the handshake tonight.
It's time for him to go.
Gave him the seal.
I'm sorry.
He's done. It's time for him to move on.
He ain't going nowhere because he gonna be there after Mania.
No, but I'm saying
you talking about they feud?
It's time for AJ to move on to better things.
That scared me.
This was just the first.
That scared me when he damn near dropped AJ on his head a couple times in that match. And Jericho looked like he wasn't crisp. His shit wasn't crisp. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice. You're a rocker. Enjoy that. You can't do both. You know, because you gotta put the time in. You can't just call yourself like, oh yeah, I can come back when I want to be a wrestler, and then try to be fucking Axl Rose or somebody. You gotta just, hey, be a rocker. It's nice. They'll put your old ass in the Hall of Fame, give him a gold watch, kick him in his ass right out the fucking door.
So basically, man, that main event, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose, and the winner gets to face the champion.
It was money. It was money.
WrestleMania. Roman Reigns won the match, but the way they orchestrated that match, those three together, they did a good job. I mean, Dean Ambrose looked good, Roman Reigns looked good, Brock Lesnar looked good. I mean, it was a simple battle of wits, and it came down to one move better than the other.
Roman Reigns outlast everybody at the end.
Roman Reigns got hit 3 times with a chair, got right back up and speared Dean Ambrose. So
you gotta put Brock Lesnar. You know, nobody ever want to say it, but Roman Reigns took Brock Lesnar as the Powerbomb City.
Sure did. Twice. So I mean, we don't know. I mean, that left the shit open a little bit, where you literally could put Dean Ambrose against Brock Lesnar if you want to go that way, or if you want Brock Lesnar to go against somebody else. We really don't know. I mean, Monday Night Raw is gonna be interesting tomorrow to see.
I don't know. Like with that, it's a nice thought, and I mean, people probably gonna disagree with me, but I can't see Dean Ambrose taking what Roman Reigns took last year.
Yeah.
You know, that was a fucking beating.
But let's be realistic. Who can take what Roman Reigns took last year? Because who were the favorites to face Brock Lesnar? It's Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt could take it.
It's Dean Ambrose. It was Kevin Owens.
I think Dean Ambrose could, but it's gonna be a hard push for him.
I don't know.
Because of his size. Like, he got the height and shit, but because I think Dean Ambrose was 6'4", 6'5". He got the height and everything, but the weight part scares me because he could be flung the fuck around.
Yeah, I don't know.
And when Brock was unloading them suplexes on his ass, he was taking them like champs, but his ass was flying damn near out the ring.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with that. I don't even know what the devised plan or strategy could be. We didn't really get much answer tonight, except we know that Roman Reigns will be facing Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Triple H came out, fucking did the little circle around shit. You know, they lined up, perfect camera view. Mm-hmm. WrestleMania on the side, held the title up. You like, motherfucker, it's me and you. Mania, world title. That's the only thing that got clear tonight, which we all expected that to happen.
That was pretty much the logical choice to happen. So, I mean, now with that being said, tomorrow night on Raw, Vince McMahon's going to start the show with this Vincent J. McMahon, Mr. McMahon Sr. Excellence Award.
I don't know why they just say, well, they need to just say call him Vince Sr.
Yeah.
You know, they got different middle names, but it's Vince Sr. anyway it goes. So they're going to start off with that. Now, my prediction is they should give the award to The Undertaker. Lights go out, fucking lights come back on, Sting in the ring, point the bat, WrestleMania, let's get this shit on. Phenom versus Icon.
I figure they better do something because, you know.
Watch, I bet you they use that shit. And I ain't gonna get paid for it.
I mean, the way, I don't know, the way it's looking right now, I really can't call what WWE is gonna do. I just know they better get it together now because you got over a month before April the 3rd.
They have to put big time matches in there. The Cowboys can get over 100,000 in that fucking stadium. You know they're trying to go for the fucking attendance record. Ain't nobody saying it, but you know they're trying to do that because that stadium has a standing room. Plus, you see the fucking football field, all them seats gonna be enclosed. There's gonna be seats all fuck around that shit.
They're gonna need 2 other main events. I'm sorry.
It's more gonna happen. See, my prediction, if you remember some months back, was fucking Seth Rollins making. I think some people gonna come back. I think Big Max John's gonna come back, but you gotta put him in the right spot. See, people like you and Amar was trying to say like him versus Undertaker. I'm like,
that's a good match.
It don't have no sizzle to it. Nobody cares.
John Cena versus The Undertaker will be bigger than that title match.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it will, because
it's no
you have John Cena take him out, send him home, give him his gold watch, and let him go on home.
It's no sizzle. When you see that shit, and I think they know it. And that's why the Undertaker shot it down, too.
Man, with these wrestlers that they got going on now and the way they're matching up, there's no sizzle anywhere. We're just hoping for a spark somewhere.
How good? Triple H and them gonna give you the fucking spark.
How good do you think Roman Reigns versus Triple H is really gonna be?
Hey, I remember on this fucking show a year fucking ago when people was talking shit. Two other fucking hosts who remained nameless, Amar and Charles.
No.
They was sitting here fucking running their goddamn trap holes and sitting there saying that, hey, Roman Reigns can't do this, that match is gonna be shit, blah, 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 and that match stole the fucking show.
The match is pretty good.
That match stole the fucking show.
But he's not wrestling Brock Lesnar this year, Randy.
Triple H, and I ain't a big fan of Triple Hope, okay?
I like Triple H as much as the next guy.
I ain't a
event though.
But Triple H is good for this. He can bring it when he has to. He might have to be out of wrestling for a whole fucking year and wrestle one match a year, but he can muster all that shit up to save it for a main event.
You know how you save this main event, you got to include another wrestler.
Yeah, see? I agree with that.
You got to bring another motherfucker in there. If it's just going to be those two one-on-one, I can't do it.
So, with that being said, that caps off Fastlane, which I give it a C+. Between C+ and C-.
It was alright.
Other than that, what saved that pay-per-view is the fucking main event and the good match between Dolph Ziggler and fucking Kevin Owens.
Yeah, the main event was pretty exciting. I had no problem with
AJ Styles and fucking, I'm sorry, the AJ Styles and Chris Jericho, it was a letdown for me when I was sitting there watching. Him and The Miz is working better, had a better match.
The only thing I don't like with the WWE is what they're doing now is you pair these guys up and you make them wrestle every week, all the time, and then you book them for the pay-per-view. And it's like, we just seen the shit on Raw.
No sizzle.
Like,
you got to do the old school way. You find creative ways to keep them from each other. It's like in the tag match. You give somebody a little taste, but not the full taste.
Nah, man.
And the payoff is the pay-per-view.
Like I said, we gotta have a good Monday Night Raw tomorrow. They gotta start reeling off.
I think tomorrow's Raw. I'm willing to say tomorrow's Raw is going to be better than tonight's pay-per-view. With the events, it's because a lot of shit you're gonna start seeing. We supposedly on this fucking road to WrestleMania,
and it don't even feel like it.
And
feels like we're still at the bus station.
I ain't gonna say that because you said that last year. So let's try to have some original thoughts. What I'm saying is,
it feels like we're at the train station still. Like we're not even moving yet.
You know, there's something wrong if I'm Mr. Optimism. I'm using doom and gloom. Okay, that's a problem, right?
I'm looking. Like you said, I'm banking on what you're telling me now. And
tomorrow
what
night,
you're telling them. Monday Night Raw better be good because Monday Night Raw ain't
shit. It's gonna start off with that shit. This is how you set up the fucking Undertaker. You fucking get him and Sting. That shit. When they say that shit. When Sting come out there, all he gotta do is point that fucking back. You can do so much without nobody saying a fucking word. Sting come out there, him and Undertaker eye each other fucking down. You clear the fucking ring, they're in there together. Sting takes out the bat, points at the WrestleMania sign.
My thing is,
you telling me that wouldn't be money?
The thing is with that, I got no problem with that. If they're gonna do it, get everyone excited. Okay, that match is gone. That's still only 2 matches.
Okay, it's gonna be fucking more.
The Intercontinental Championship match, they need to set that up too. But let WWE do us all a favor. Don't let them fight each other until the fucking pay-per-view.
And they
don't even need to see each other.
You know what I want to see? It's time for Cass and fucking Enzo to come up. And tomorrow's a perfect time to bring them up so you can get them in line for that WrestleMania shit.
Well, because they got to start working this thing with the Dudley Boys also. I mean, you can tell tonight they were kind of trying to turn the New Day a little bit, having them side with Edge and Christian.
The New Day's already over.
No,
it was unnecessary. It was an unnecessary angle.
They're over, but they're technically still a heel tag team. You know what I'm saying? Now that you've switched to you switched the Dudley Boys to the heel tag team.
If you notice, they have to try hard to get people to boo. They have to sit there and go there like they was talking about little bitch James tonight. They have to sit there and say shit like that.
Yeah.
To fucking get some kind of negative reaction. Because the crowd, when they music hit, They were saying everything fucking Big E was saying.
Yeah, they were. I just don't know why the New Day couldn't wrestle tonight.
It's okay. Them kids, they selling shitload of t-shirts. That's what people don't know. They one of the fucking highest sellers for the WWE. That's why you think the WWE ain't even broke them up. It's too much money in them.
And the WWE sure as hell would have broke them up because they like to break shit up.
When shit start getting good, let's break them up. It's just like I was telling you the other day, like about the Wyatts. The Wyatts was cooking. And you see, and that's my kitchen bitch. I couldn't think of a kitchen bitch. That's my kitchen bitch. Fucking Vince, Triple H, either which one of you hoes fucking sit there and decide that, oh yeah, here, let's have the Wyatt family job one more fucking time. Here, now they at the bottom of the job list. They almost went out snow with the job squad. I thought it was a social outcast, but no, it's the fucking Wyatt family.
Yeah, man, big up to the social outcasts making the card.
They gotta win!
They
won and the Wyatts can't?
They went head up with R-Truth right next to the main event also. Because that fucking Edge and Christian segment with the New Day, that went off. Then you put R-Truth on out there. You gonna put Kalisto and fucking Del Rio on the pre-show, but you put R-Truth in the social outcast. They got a prime spot on the card.
They fucking won. The Wyatts lost. Where's the fucking justice?
I wonder what they're gonna do with Bray Wyatt now.
I'm like, damn, you have a good team. The Wyatts are over. They try so much shit to fuck with them.
It's more than just fucking with them, bro. They just don't want them to win.
You gotta face facts. People talk about talkers. Bray Wyatt is one of the best fucking talkers in this business. Going in this business right now. He is a fucking modern day Jake the fucking Snake Roberts.
Yeah, so like when he cuts an iconic promo, it don't look good for him to go out there and lose right afterwards.
Oh yeah, hey, Undertaker, he kept that shit together. That bum old fuck didn't even decide to fucking show up. Hey, I'm consistent. I said this shit last year. Around this fucking time. When the minute Bray Wyatt started going after Undertaker bum ass, that old son of a bitch didn't even decide to show up. No. You sit here and fucking let this fucking kid do all the talking, all the fucking work, and nothing.
I just remember what you said about Undertaker and King and beat up the whole Wyatt family.
Yes! You tell me these two 50-year-old fucks, 50-year-olds, they halfway to fucking Social Security. They come in here, you beat some 30-year-old studs. You telling me, oh yeah, fucking bum knee ass fucking Undertaker, fucked up back, fucked up wrist, shoulder, all this shit is gonna come in there. Oh yeah, hey Braun Strowman, bitch, get out the ring. Fucking flip him out there. Oh, Luke Harper, here, take one of these. Hey, what's the other one name on fucking Roman? Here, shut up, bitch. Hey, Bray Wyatt, you the motherfucking kept shut your ass up.
Yeah, just blow through all four of them.
It started at WrestleMania. That old son of a bitch couldn't even show up for the fucking promo. But when Brock Lesnar bring his goddamn donkey-looking ass in here, he want to fucking show up.
I wonder what they're going to do with Brock Lesnar. Like I said, to me, nothing really got answered tonight. I was looking forward to a lot of stuff, and it just didn't happen.
I pray that this is Undertaker's last match. I pray that old son of a bitch is out of here. I hope this Vince McMahon Award is the first part. I hope Sting kicking his ass at Mania is the last part. It's time for him to go. You sit there and realize, because I remember this son of a bitch some years back saying, oh yeah, hey, I'm going to save my record for somebody up and comer. Last time I checked, Brock Lesnar is a multiple-time world champion, multiple-time UFC champion, NCAA fucking champion, IWGP fucking champion.
That shit was dope tonight, too. They said he was from the University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's hard.
and yeah, Brock Lesnar, the upstart, needed the fucking streak. When you had Randy Orton at one time, CM Punk, motherfucking who else?
Batista.
Edge.
Yeah.
Fucking, you can go down the list.
That match with Edge was the shit. Undertaker versus Edge. That was the last match of the night. That
Shawn Michaels. Could have gave one of them.
Yeah.
So many motherfuckers. Undertaker, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, you old son of a bitch. Get your punk ass out of here.
Well.
And I know people ain't gonna like it. Hey, but that's my fucking feelings.
I mean, like I said, Monday Night
I can't
Raw,
stand that shit.
Monday Night Raw, we really got to see what's going to happen. I mean,
the only thing I want to see his old ass in there against Sting. Because every fan of my fucking generation, little of the generation after, and then these, what they call these fucking kids now, millenniums or whatever the
I don't give a fuck what they are.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Okay.
They probably won't understand the fucking validity and the strength of this fucking match.
Now let's skip through the names. Let's skip through the 2 names on the card.
Go ahead.
And let's get to the match. How good do you think that match is going to look? Undertaker versus Sting. I mean, Sting can't take any more turnbuckles.
I'm telling you.
No more throwing Sting into the turnbuckle. That shit's done.
Okay, he should have tucked his shit.
Undertaker ain't doing the tightrope walk no more.
He did it to himself.
I mean,
everybody
for the 2 names, us being our age, yeah, we're gonna mark because it's those 2 guys. But what I'm saying is, how they gonna pull that off once the actual bell rings? Okay. And they say you got 20 minutes.
Okay, here, and the crowd could agree with me, yes or no. Tonight at this party, people like to call me a Roman Reigns homer, Michael Hurdle, and you sit here and say about ring psychology, right? People talk about ring psychology. That's all I kept fucking hearing. Ring psychology.
Tell the story. Beginning, middle, and end.
I know Sting can tell a story. The Undertaker pray that his bum ass got one more story.
Undertaker can always tell a story, but like I said,
and if you sit there, if they take it a good fucking pace, it's even like people might not like it, but Triple H versus Sting was not a bad match. Now I could have not dealt with all the interference from DX and the NWO, which the NWO didn't make no fucking sense to me, but hey, nonetheless.
Okay,
and is there something about the Wolfpack? Like nobody brings up the Wolfpack. Like they can't wear the shit or something.
And since you said that,
go ahead.
Since we do have one WrestleMania match already booked, and it's a big match, anyone got any guesses as to what Triple H's interest is gonna look like this year? I mean, he was the Terminator last year. Unfortunately, the guy from Motorhead's dead, so that's out.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm being realistic.
That's fucking heartless, man.
I'm being realistic.
R.I.P. Lemmy.
Lemmy Kilmister is dead as Disco. He's gone. Therefore, he will not be performing at WrestleMania for Triple H.
It's been speaking of that, it's been a tough week for legends or people in the news. Damn, it's like murderous fucking road.
We can just say celebrities,
Yeah. No, I'm saying people in the news. You got Big Ange, cancer. You got the old man from Punky Brewster.
Yeah, George Gaines.
Hey, he lived 98 years. That's fucking incredible.
George Gaines.
And then fucking Vanity.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I remember when I was a kid, fucking Vanity was, oh my God.
She gave us all a boner. I mean, it was one of those
He said
things,
that I did.
It was like her and
I'm not admitting to nothing.
No, it was like her and Apollonia. Like, you wanted a piece of them.
I don't know if Vanity was better than me.
Well, the thing is,
you knew she was right when she went prime time with motherfucking Carl Weathers and Action Jackson.
Well,
that's when you know Vanity went prime time.
Well, the thing with Vanity,
fuck that Last Dragon.
No,
I'm sorry.
I happen to like the Last Dragon.
I like the movie.
It was a good match. It was a good movie.
I like the movie, but hey, let's be honest. You think what's his name, Ty Mac? You think he was hitting that right?
Direct your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza. Okay.
Now, if Show Enough was getting it, hey, I believe that. But not no Ty Mock. I'm sorry. His fake quad chain cane ass was getting it done.
That motherfucker actually is a martial artist, though.
I figured he was a martial artist. I seen it in the movie.
We seen it.
I'm just saying.
We seen that nigga over there on that TV One special. What happened to this nigga?
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is,
I don't think he was doing the job. That's all I'm saying.
R.I.P. to Big Ange. R.I.P. to Vanity. R.I.P. to George Gaines. But you know what? And my kitchen bitch is going to be more on that Big Ange situation. But I'm going to go ahead and save that for the kitchen bitch section of the show.
Okay.
But no, what I'm saying is, Triple H goes balls out with his fucking entrances. He was the Terminator last year.
Yes,
I mean, John Cena used to have these great entrances. Now it's Triple H, and he's got the belt, and he's walking in with the belt. Can you imagine what his entrance is going to look like?
You know what was a sad thing last year? Whose entrance I enjoyed, and I told you they was going to job him out, was Rusev. He came in a fucking tank.
Yeah.
And they had him job out. He jobbed out ever since then.
They
took his bitch, and the only way she saved that shit was broke kayfabe and went real life.
Well,
and don't that word kayfabe get on fucking nerves? And I don't like that fucking kayfabe page where they be coming up with all that crazy fucking shit. That shit's irritating because some people take that shit seriously.
Well, you know, I just hope.
And people put that shit up on their page every fucking day. I don't understand that.
That's
like one of them pet peeves.
I just hope that, you know,
fuck kayfabe.
You get the Undertaker versus Sting. I hope they don't fucking do these fucking Chinese acrobats and shit for Sting no more. He ain't fucking Chinese. Get off of the fucking movie The Crow.
Hey,
like that shit was fucking pathetic last year. That shit drove me nuts.
No, that shit made me.
It's like we were in the fucking red light district. I'm like, Sting ain't never came out to no shit like this. They made Sting look like a fucking fool, like he was throwing fortune cookies at people. I said, this motherfucker ain't never did no Chinese shit before.
Okay, stop.
But Triple H, no. But Triple H gets the Terminator. Triple H gets the Terminator. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And you had Sting come out to this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's bad enough they got crows and shit hacking in this fucking thing.
It made me want to see Rising Sun, which was a good movie.
Damn good movie with Sean Connery and fucking Wesley Snipes. Black ass Wesley Snipes.
I ain't never watched Wesley Snipes.
That motherfucker is dark as midnight.
Jeez.
But anyway.
Okay, God, man, come on, man.
What I'm saying is this though. You know, they fucked Sting off on his entrance last year. You know, if this is the Undertaker's last match, Undertaker's gonna have a fucking epic entrance.
They both should have great entrances.
Epic entrance. But they really need to stop with this shit with Sting.
So,
you got crows cackling and shit when he come out.
Here, let's do some quick news and notes.
Oh, fuck me running.
God, okay. First, the news and notes. Did you know?
I ain't getting no goddamn Kung Pao chicken from Sting.
Jesus Christ. God damn it, Charles.
It's true, man. You saw the way they fucking played Sting out. Oh. You thought fucking Ricky Steamboat was coming out.
Okay, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Okay.
Look, we got motherfuckers in the audience tapping out.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all love, Wrestleheads. It's all love.
Did you know? If you believe the rumors, years ago, Kurt Angle, speaking of Undertaker, was scheduled to be the original person to end the Undertaker's undefeated streak.
Yeah, if Kurt Angle would have stayed put, but he ran his ass off to TNA with those Air Force Ones on.
Jesus Christ. Also this week, deepest condolences out to former ECW, WWE, TNA World Heavyweight Champion Rob Van Dam. He lost his pops this week.
Yeah, man, hang in there, dude.
You know, I know that's a tough thing because I've been through that.
Well, the good thing with Rob Van Dam is that he smokes weed every day, so you just make sure you get some high quality shit and clear your mind. Hey, honestly, no bullshit. I would like to see Rob Van Dam come back through for WrestleMania this year.
It would be cool.
You know.
Next, Brie Bella's leaving. I mean, we've been off the air all this fucking time.
Take it easy.
Daniel Bryan retired. Now she talking about leaving, which I ain't surprised because I think they want kids.
You're supposed to go support your husband.
So
you know,
Brie, it's okay. Your sister be all right.
Brie and her
sister,
Big
Match John. You know.
Yeah, Brie and her sister Nikki, as the Bella Twins, they've done everything.
Yeah.
They've worked hard. They've done everything.
Because they left.
Yeah.
They left for like what, a year or two.
Yep.
And then they came back.
And they came on back.
So I mean, wish her well. I mean, she took the loss tonight, so it's getting to the point where.
Well, she knows she shouldn't have beat Charlotte tonight. That just wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's time for her to go.
Yeah, take it easy.
You know, if you also seen this week, I put up in the Independent Wrestler of the Day with Zack Sabre Jr. I'll push it again, push it one more time. There's probably people out in the crowd that's probably seen him. I don't think you've seen him.
Not yet, no.
Because person in the crowd, what you compare Zack Sabre Jr. to?
Roy Wiggle.
The modern day Bill Regal.
Okay.
Check him out.
He's a man.
Jesus Christ. Okay, and last week, have you seen it? Who should be a WWE Hall of Famer? Rich Steiner's son won a wrestling championship. If you see it, that kid is fucking built. I think he's gonna join the family business sooner or later.
It'd be good to see.
Shouts out to Bronson. There's been some talk about when Cesaro come back, he might start a feud with AJ Styles.
Great.
Which I don't have no problem with that.
Great. That'd be fun.
And also, during this past week, there's been a Twitter feud between Shane Helms and fucking Vince Russo.
Okay.
And they was going back and forth, and then Russo tried to apologize, and then Shane Helms, being the dick that he is, you know, I don't know what's with him in that lime jacket. You know, he started to try to have a rag like he fucking. What was that? After he left the Hurricane, when he's supposed to be the cool Shane Helms.
You know, I'm gonna just simply give you my thoughts on this. You know what, Shane Helms, he has no business talking shit to Vince Russo. He has no business being mad at Vince Russo. Vince Russo was the only one that made that son of a bitch a fucking household name when he really shouldn't have been. When Eric Bischoff was running WCW, Shane Helms was carrying fucking Evan Courageous' fucking suitcases. Okay? Him and Shannon Moore. When they did 3 count, the star of the fucking group was Evan Courageous. They told Shane Helms, you mumble mouth motherfucker, you ain't fucking gonna make shit. Right? So Vince Russo comes along and says, you know what? If you want the spot, and I'll let you earn it. You know? And Vince Russo put him on. Remember the last days of WCW, you know what I'm saying? Shane Helms, he was like the television champion or some shit like that.
He had like 2 belts if I remember.
He had like the best fucking interest that night of all the motherfuckers on that last Nitro. I'm sorry, Vince Russo was the one, he took a gamble on this guy, you know, and made him good. I'm sorry, man, like, you gotta remember, before WWE even looked at him, if he wouldn't have got that little climb, that little rise in WCW, McMahon probably wouldn't have even signed him. He wouldn't have never even became the Hurricane.
So what you're saying is
any of that.
He spoke out of pocket towards Vince.
My thing is, don't fuck with Vince Russo, man. You know, like he did a good job with you helping you develop your stuff. Because nobody was gonna deal with the Hurricane. Have you sat down and heard that dude talk? Fuck. He's like a fucking nummy. So what the fuck are you talking about half the time?
What? This damn show's going off the fucking rails today.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Nick Jr.? You ain't fucking got time for that shit.
Okay.
Leave the fucking leave fucking Vince Russo alone.
Moving on.
Tired of that
Nass. With this big success of Deadpool this week, Kevin Nash is throwing his hat in the ring because if you go, I don't want to fuck up the spoiler. At the end of the day, it's fucking rumors that Cable is going to be in the next Deadpool movie.
Let me just hold on.
I gotta finish reading this.
I know where you're going.
No, I'm finished reading this shit.
All right, I'll wait.
Thank you. Kevin Nash has thrown his name in his hat in the fucking ring to be the next fucking Cable. Me personally, I only got 2 candidates that I'm thinking about for that, or 3. All bullshit aside. 1, the fucking dude. I don't know if anybody saw that Terra Nova, or if you seen fucking what's that shit with the big blue people? The James Cameron movie. There was the fucking 8-foot motherfuckers that was running around. The blue motherfuckers. It was a big hit. Goddamn.
Aquarius?
No, not Aquarius. That's a killer movie.
Apocalypto?
No, fucking Terra Nova.
Avatar.
There you go. Fuck Avatar.
It was one of them fucking A's.
Did anybody cross the Avatar? Okay, the bad guy, the silver-haired dude. See, he be my fucking choice for a Cable. Him, fucking Ron Perlman is money.
I would go Ron Perlman.
Money. And the third dude, this is a little off the side.
Okay.
Motherfucker from The Walking Dead. Abraham from The Walking Dead. He already got that military kind of cut. You just color it, put a fucking fucked up eye in him. Bam, you got Cable. Those are my 3 choices. Now, what you got to say about fucking Mr. Big Sexy Kevin Nash?
Here's the thing with Kevin Nash, right?
The lowest fucking totem
If this was the 90s, I would have said yes. But since we are 2016, the answer is no. Now, the thing is this. I need you guys, the comic book heads in the room, to help refresh my memory about the character Cable. Was he a part of X-Force or X-Factor? Who knows?
Because if I remember,
I think he was a part of X-Force.
Because he was technically, if I'm right, he's supposed to be Cyclops and somebody else's kid. I can't fucking remember.
No, he wasn't Cyclops.
No, he was Cyclops' kid.
Cable, no.
He was Cyclops' son.
Cable was a time shifter, right?
He from the fucking future. He was Cyclops' son.
But I mean, like he was a time shifter.
That's why he got the little fucked up thing with the eye.
His weapon was the plasma rifle. He always used the plasma rifle on people.
And then he had a fucked up leg or an arm or something, right?
Where
he had a robotic shit.
His arm was robotic. Yeah.
And he was Cyclops.
I gotta reach out on my inner comic book.
He was Cyclops. I don't know if it was Jean. I don't think it was Jean. There's another bitch that Cyclops knocked.
No,
and made Cable.
Well, Dark Phoenix, but that was also Jean Grey. So I don't know. It's hard to say. But you comic book versions that don't get pussy on a regular.
Anybody find that? You can comment on
Put that shit on the Wrestleheads page so we'll find out. I get asked. So I don't have time to sit back and go back through the comic
What
books.
the hell I got to do with anything?
No, I'm just saying.
No, wait, stop it.
No.
I ain't letting your ass get away with that one.
I'm going to be honest.
Anybody, I know comic books, and trust me, I'm not bragging, but people know my profile. Motherfuckers know my resume. At the end of the fucking day, it got nothing to do with you being a geek. And now, did people go to them conventions and stuff like that? I don't have time for that.
Here's my question.
But I do know about the comic books.
How much time you got to go digging through a comic book today or tomorrow?
I mean, most normal kids read comic books. You didn't read comic books?
I did as a kid, but that's what I'm telling you.
That's where you come with all that knowledge from.
Right. I don't recall exactly what stable.
X Factor.
It was X Factor. See, that's what I said.
Who's his dad?
It was either X Factor or X Force. You know what I mean?
And you sit here and think about it. Like, one of the big things, I wasn't a Superman fan in the comics, but shit, when that Doomsday, and you got that shit, they knew Superman was going to die in that shit, I heard everyone and bought that shit.
Matter of fact,
R.I.P. my mom went and got it for me.
Matter of fact, and since you're talking about that shit, they supposed to be doing Superman versus Batman.
That's coming out next month.
Batman is one of the laziest fucking superheroes I've ever seen in my life. No superpower, no real reason to be that dude. If you fucking beat Superman,
look,
a motherfucker that really ain't supposed to die,
Batman,
that's fucking bad.
Do you know the story of Batman? The origin? He had to fucking train with Ra's al Ghul. He trained to learn how to fight, even though he being rich. That's why this fucking story is so dark.
Batman ain't got no special powers.
It started because his parents got murdered, and he became Batman's basically a fucking vigilante.
The bottom line is, Superman ought to max his ass out.
Oh, Jesus
if
Christ.
they take
They're gonna show you why it's gonna go wherever it's gonna go.
If they take it any other way, that's where DC's gonna lose their fucking credibility.
See, DC had to do something because I mean, most DC fans don't want to say it, but Marvel been fucking cock slapping them for years.
Skull fucking them.
Like. Tap out. But the point is.
Alright, getting back on this whole thing with Kevin Nash.
So next.
Answer's no.
And if any, you can speak out if anything any more X.
Cyclops and Jean Grey.
I told you the fucking Cyclops was a daddy.
Look.
See, I wasn't sure about the Jean Grey shit. But I wasn't surprised. That's why I said it at first. I think
when Kevin Nash played Super Shredder and Ninja Turtles 2,
Jesus
it was cool. It was cool.
What the fuck? They gotta do anything?
Because he too goddamn. He can't be playing Cable now. Is what I'm saying.
I think he's too tall. I know Cable was big, but he wasn't 7 feet big.
Cable was a quick fucking. He was a quick fucking guy. Like it's all right. Just
that's why I said old boy from Terra Nova, because he's still in good shape. I know Ron Perlman's like 62 now, and maybe the other dude might be in his 50s or something. But I know he in good shape. But maybe they might have to go the younger route, because I mean shit. You know, it is far.
I think the younger route would be better because knowing Marvel, if it's a good movie, they're gonna have a couple of sequels.
Yeah, I see. You be getting scared if you get Ron Perlman. Them old fucks like that, you know, they'll be hitting their 60s and knocking in the 70s.
Next thing you know, you got a new fucking Cable. Don't know who the fuck he is.
Because the old one went to the upper room.
Yeah. Your old one sleeping with Elvis.
God damn. Okay, moving on.
This song's still an ass.
Oh.
Go ahead before I get started on that.
Okay. I put up a story about Abyss. Did you read it?
No.
Abyss got a stable in TNA.
And I love Wrestleheads. Like, I'm on Wrestleheads all the time making crazy, quirky comments and rebuttals. But when I saw Abyss, I ain't gonna lie, I just skipped over that shit.
You know, Abyss, I've been in wrestling. When he talked about basically, I'm gonna fast forward the rest of this shit. Never going to the WWE. I've been in wrestling for 20 years. 6 of them have been on the independents, 14 with TNA. I look back on it, I've been able to accomplish everything. I have been able to accomplish 10 times what I have been to build my character, far more than I ever thought. As far as me not going to WWE, I did have the opportunity to go. I look back and have no regrets. I am very proud. I was with TNA from the beginning and helped build it from the ground up. Which you remember, I also brought on the show that they was offering him the spot to work with The Undertaker off the fucking bat.
Yeah.
Now, I talk about shit about The Undertaker now. That's because he had his advanced age. But around, it was 07, if I believe, Undertaker was still in his prime. Even in his fucking late 30s or going into 40s. And Abyss, you telling me you said no?
Yeah.
You said, first off, you said no to the WWE. Then they said, hey, you know what? Not only we'll bring you in there, we'll have you working with a fucking a Hall of Famer in Undertaker. Bitch, you Jackie Parks, you dumb son of a bitch. That's what you stayed to be Jackie Parks, attorney-at-law? Oh, what's his name? Jackie? I think I named him Jackie Parks.
I don't give
What's
a fuck.
What's his name? Jerry Parks? Either fucking Geritol Parks? Either or.
Shit.
You a stupid bastard.
It wasn't Bernard Parks.
That was the chief of police.
Yeah. my thing with Abyss, you know, if you ain't got no regrets, good. Because I ain't got no regrets saying that was the dumbest shit you ever said. You letting Hogan bring you groceries. He
got a Hall of Fame ring.
That's better than fucking wrestling with the Undertaker. All right.
He got a Hall of Fame ring.
Hey, like I said, I got no problem with him. We ain't got no room. There's no room for him in WWE anyway. I mean, go ahead, man.
How do you say no to that?
He didn't want to go. He liked TNA. He liked being a part of the company. And I mean, he's a lifer. TNA's going to keep him forever. You know? He ain't going nowhere. So, that's cool. Him and Eric Young, they can stay there. No problem with that.
Next. Wade Barrett pretty much confirmed, without confirming, that he gave the WWE his notice, and when his contract is up in June, I believe, he will be taking his way. I'm thinking he's probably going to go to TNA. I mean, it'd probably be the best
Might
spot.
as well. They're taping all their shows in England anyway. You'll fucking be right at home.
It's probably a good spot. Him, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, they all best friends. So he get to work with the other fucking best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it might be a good spot for him. He get to go over there. He probably get some freedom. They're going to fucking give him some shit to work with.
The thing with that, Randy,
there.
you know, the thing with that is, I don't have a problem with Wade Barrett achieving success. When he was on that run with the Nexus, and he was starting to get that main event spot with John Cena, I had no problem with them giving it to him.
Mm-hmm.
He got hurt. Then they brought him back, and they were even going to bring the money in the bank back for him. He got hurt.
Okay, that was...
And then fucking, there was another time where he was on an up climb again, getting ready to, they were going to put him into the title picture. He got hurt.
Okay.
So, like, the thing is...
Now, I can explain...
Even at the club drinking, he got hurt.
I think you might give him an extra injury, but the first major one...
He's not durable.
The first major one was that fucking... The one where it was the Royal Rumble one of them, because I think somebody got thrown out on him, and his fucking arm got fucking knocked back.
Well, didn't he get hurt in the cage too?
No, I don't think he got hurt in the cage. It was like the Royal Rumble or some shit, because they were going to bring that match, and they was going to give him, basically, he was going to get the title. Then the second one was good old Jack Swagger. He was a Jack Swagger victim.
Yeah, when Swagger was kicking people.
Because I think he threw him into the fucking guardrails. But you know, the ones where you come out the entrance,
yeah.
Because you know they got the guardrails reverse.
Yeah.
That's with the fucking, I forgot what they call it. They out like this.
Yeah.
And he threw Barrett into that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why you throw anybody right there anyway into that shit. And that fucking fucked up his fucking shit. He had to have fucking surgery. So it was two freakish things. At the end of the day, wish you all the luck in the world, Barrett. I hope you get it. Next, the WWE announced a Global Cruiserweight Series. Series premiere Wednesday, July 13th at 9 p.m. It will be on the WWE Network. This will have a fucking opportunity. They will bring cruiserweights from all around the world. People got this cruiserweight fantasy. They want to have the old cruiserweights like they used to have in WCW.
Okay, what else you got?
Oh, you don't care about that?
No, that's cool.
I thought you would be fucking jumping for joy and shit.
No, I mean, as it gets closer to July, we'll talk about it more.
Other than that, the King been getting death threats because of his support for Donald Trump.
Alright, what else you got?
The response to that is okay.
No, I mean, it's whatever. Someone like the King will never die.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking heartless. This past weekend, Finn Balor returned and he debuted a different move. Was it the Bloody Sunday, if I'm right? Yeah. Basically, it's a brain buster. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
Well, that's good because as Alberto Del Rio's been doing the foot stomp off of the road.
I don't understand.
You don't want to compare. You don't want those two.
I don't understand why Del Rio's doing that move. What happened to the fucking armbar? That shit was beautiful.
I don't know. I wonder if WWE told him to stop doing it.
Next, and then you got fucking Ryback. Ryback been a chatty little bitch this past week.
What did he say now?
You know, he was talking about CM Punk about CM Punk not fucking fighting, going out on injury, and then he like, oh yeah.
Well, you know, Ryback did do those CM Punk knees to the turnbuckle tonight. I'm pretty sure that was mocking him, because he did it like 4 times. You were out checking the Wrestleheads website at the time, and he was slapping.
I seen the fucking replay.
Yeah, he was slapping his leg like CM Punk and all that. So I don't know if they're using Ryback to try to get him back. You know, like.
See, I'm gonna get into that. You got to let me segue.
Okay, go for
I'm
it.
gonna segue that. Now, not only that, he was talking shit, talking about I called dibs on Wasteland, trying to call dibs on Wade Barrett's moves and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you just shut the fuck up, learn how to wrestle? You try that. And not only that, as we segue into the CM Punk thing, you know, the internet went crazy this morning because they put CM Punk's profile back on the WWE website and the what the hell, alumni?
And the alumni section.
Yeah, there you go.
That means the court shit must be done. Because he was going to court with him, right?
I was going to court with the doctor.
Yeah.
Right. So that shit's probably over with
That
now.
bum ass doctor. I think sooner or later Vince go had to take the trip because I think Triple H can't take the trip. Vince got to take the trip to Chicago, sit down, have a conversation.
I mean, for CM Punk, it's the logical choice to come back. You're not going to make it as a UFC fighter. I mean, if anyone else hasn't told you that, listen.
The only thing I say about that,
Father Time is not on
the
your
possibility
side.
of him not making it is very high because I look at
Father Time is not on his side.
I was going to say his advanced age. He waited too late to start trying to do
And
it.
he got injuries, man. Like, those injuries from professional wrestling really do weigh on you. Now, here's my thing with CM Punk, and this has been my issue with him from day one. You're a wrestler. How many times did you tell us that shit over all the years that you were there? I'm a wrestler. I'm a wrestler. I'm a wrestler. Fucking keep wrestling, bro. If you don't want to fucking work for WWE, got no problem with that. Go somewhere else, make another company better, do what you gotta do. But this UFC shit, you gotta give this shit up, man, because like as Randy would keep saying, as Randy would keep saying, you know, but he doesn't say it when it comes to CM Punk.
What are you talking about?
He don't like excuses. Oh, I can't fight because of this. Oh, I can't fight because of that.
It's a fact.
I don't care.
It's
an
a fact.
excuse. It's an excuse. And we don't like excuses. So go back to the business that you own and leave that fucking MMA shit alone.
Gotcha.
Now go on to the next one.
Yeah.
And you gotta cut it out with all the fuck, like their wedding pictures and shit. Stop posting that shit.
Hey, they got leaked out.
I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't got shit to do with us.
You don't like it. They was wrestlers.
I'm saying.
Their
wedding photos
you
and
think
shit.
about how many times you see a Hall of Fame couple getting fucking married.
God.
And they Hall of Famers. You gotta face facts.
Beth Phoenix and Edge. I mean, I understand, but
You got two boring ass people. Nobody cares about Beth Phoenix and Edge.
nobody gives a fuck about CM Punk and AJ.
Yeah,
Only
they
you.
do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Only you.
Yeah, they do. I'm sorry.
Until he comes back to wrestling,
I'm
it's
sorry,
a moot point.
Next.
He don't even want to claim wrestling no more.
No, if he's in another career, why are you gonna talk about this past career?
Then why are we talking about it?
Hey, it's news.
It ain't news.
I just report the news.
It ain't news.
Like fucking Ron Burgundy
Hey,
said.
him and his
Now,
bitch ain't news to me.
you so damn disrespectful.
You goddamn right. Fuck him and that whore. I said it.
Racist.
And Jay Luther fucked that bitch first.
I'm not worried about Jay Lethal.
Hey, I'm just calling it what it is.
Who is he? Shit, he ain't even made nowhere close to money CM Punk made. And he got scared. He had a chance to another one. He had a chance to go to the big time. And he bitched up. Stay in the little pond of Ring of Honor.
All I'm saying is, until
Yeah.
he comes back to wrestling, we need to let him alone.
That's a Hall of Famer. Anyway,
When he comes back,
that's
let's
a Hall
talk
of
about
Famer.
it.
Now, next, Axel Rod's cause of death. Basically, you know, they found him in the dead in the McDonald's bathroom.
Oh man, tough way to go.
Accidental overdose.
Oh.
You know, I think that might be my new kitchen, bitch. But accidental overdose for Axel Rod.
Accidental overdose on heroin,
I believe.
or they didn't confirm the substance.
Let's see. Did I get that?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't McDonald's food because they would have been all over that.
He had drug paraphernalia, a broken, burnt tablespoon, a crystalline residue was found, And they also found an unlabeled pill bottle with capsules of brownish substance believed to be heroin on top of a paper towel dispenser.
So it may have, yeah, so I mean.
He had a hot package.
Yeah.
He had a hot mix. That was like a hot mix of shit.
I hate that he had to go out like that. I hate that he had to do that to himself. It's just, he didn't have to do that. But then again, you know, you don't know what's going on in people's heads. I mean, you're fortunate enough to watch this show and know what's going on in my head, but a lot of folks, you don't know what's really going on with them. You know, it's unfortunate, man.
Next.
Hope he has some nuggets before he.
Has anybody read Bret Hart's book? There's one very powerful quote from the book I want to share with everyone.
Okay.
I had thought it was Wrestle's darkest hour when I had my heart cut out in the middle of the ring by that son of a bitch Vince McMahon. The Grim Reaper of wrestling took my youngest brother, and that was the blackest day. Bret Hart.
So, I understand his pain. I understand the issue. That book clearly had to be written before he came back to WWE.
I think it's new.
Really?
Yeah. He can say he's been public about how he felt about shit like that. So this is not nothing new per se. It's like now you can read it.
Okay.
Next.
I'll have to really check that out.
Congratulations to Brooke Adams, who got one of the best asses in the business getting knocked up from TNA. She used to be in WWE. Used to be part of the ECW expose with Layla, who used to have a great ass herself, and then Barbie Blank, aka Kelly Kelly.
Okay.
She got knocked up. Congratulations. Next question. How much money Titus O'Neil was fined?
Oh, for hugging Messing Man?
Yes. Jim Ross mentioned on a new blog that he heard that Titus O'Neil was fined $5,000 in addition of being suspended 60 days. Which today he was at a church and a rest home. The dude helps out the community. I mean, he's a solid cat. I mean, he sit there, he take care of his 2 sons. I mean, it's like one of them things like, how can you really fuck with this dude like that, you know?
Well, it looks like it's not slowing him down.
Yeah,
so.
no, he's using his time. Yeah. And with him keep doing these great deeds, Vince just looked more and more like a son of a bitch.
He do, but let's be objective about this. It's not exactly like he was needed for the pay-per-view tonight or anything.
That's besides.
You know, there's not exactly there was a big storyline.
He tried to fucking. He told Vince like, hold on, let your daughter go first, gentleman shit. And then Vince got all fucking old and temperamental. He went all clean with "get off my lard" type shit.
Walt Kozlowski.
Yeah. Next.
Stacking them up like sandbags. AJR.
Is Lucha Underground losing big money? Backstage news on future plans. Lucha Underground will have to raise funds or sign deals to bring in money for their first season. They have already reported to have enough money for the 3rd season. Tapings through mid-May are planned, and all the tapings through the summer of 2017 after all the mid-May tapings.
On a Lucha Underground note, I'm going to just say this. Like, they let Joey Ryan debut this week.
Shout out to Joey Ryan for proposing to his girl in the ring. They was having a match.
I'm so happy Cage whooped his ass. I just, I was really upset. I was like, if they put Joey Ryan over Cage, I'm just going to stop watching this shit. Because I'm sorry, Cage is a fucking machine. And he should be in a main event spot. I'm hoping that they fucking come to their fucking senses and get that shit off of bum-ass Mil Muertes. I'm really trying to figure out why you got bums like Mil Muertes and Pentagon Jr. wasting the main event's time like this. I mean, I'm sorry. I understand they're luchadors, but, I mean, I don't think they're fucking with Johnny Mundo or Prince Puma or, anybody credible like that. Cage and stuff like that, So it's just, it's one of those things,
Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, next. Getting back to Bret Hart real quick. I wanted to say congratulations to the Hitman. His prostate cancer was completely removed, and the doctors are positive about that the cancer was contained. So shouts out to Bret Hart.
I truly hope so. I mean, all you can do is really just continue to pray and hope that everything is okay.
Because cancer is a son of a bitch. I mean, for me personally, it personally affected my family, and that's a tough ass fucking disease, and You know, hopefully they can figure out different cures to try to contain it where most people, you know, won't have to go through that shit. So shouts out to the Hitman and always fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Next.
Fuck cancer.
The last news and notes. It's a long one. Ring of Honor backstage. We're gonna have some Ring of Honor shit in the fucking news and notes. Referee Kevin Keenan was fired over the last weekend, after an incident with Mandy Leon at the tapings in Nashville. We was told that the incident occurred after the show, and Keenan allegedly made advances to Leon and spanked her on her butt. We was also told that it was clear that she was not comfortable with it, and Keenan was told that his actions were not appropriate. Later that day, Ring of Honor Booker Hunter Johnson told Keenan that he was fired and he was not going to be used going forward. Apparently this took place in front of the Ring of Honor locker room. Kevin Keenan issued a statement regarding being fired from Ring of Honor. I'd like to address the recent stories making rounds about my release from Ring of Honor. The story that you read on the internet is always better than the actual truth. So let's give everyone that for the record in my 15 years. For the record, in my 15 years of sports entertainment, professional wrestling, I have never been involved in an incident in the 30 years of his life. I have never been in trouble. Yes, I was fired from Ring of Honor. Most of you know is likely that didn't even know that I was there. Apparently, the story making the rounds is that I was reprimanded in front of the locker room, ring crew, and was told to leave over the course of a television show airing from Nashville, Tennessee. That can be seen in run-ins and pull aparts. So that's just not true. Let's start at the beginning. After a night before loading in with the ring crew and setting up the ring, after doing a night before the load in front of
we don't give a fuck.
Hold on.
He's fired. Find another fucking
You
job.
have to let the meat and the potatoes of the story happen.
I don't give a fuck about this bum. He wasn't in WWE. He ain't going to NXT. He wasn't in TNA.
The point.
Okay.
I'm going to fast forward shit. The point what he was saying is he came into the fucking story. If you let me finish reading the story.
If you sexually harass somebody, you're going to get fired.
You done?
I mean, let's be honest.
You done?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Now, the whole point he's saying that he was fucking fired because the head fucking booker dude was fucking old girl. Now, with that being said, he's saying from his viewpoint, old boy was jealous of the whole fucking shit. Instead of being professional, he turned it personal because he's fucking the bitch.
Well, he lost. That's the way life goes, you know. Like, you know, people in high positions that have, whether they're good thoughts or not, they want you out, you're out. And this guy, he's out. Now, if you don't get a job nowhere else, then I think we have to understand that maybe there was some sexual harassment there. Now, if he does get signed to another job somewhere else, then hey, then that head booker or whoever it was in Ring of Honor who saw fit to fire him, you know.
He basically said it didn't happen like that. And the only reason why, because with that shit, because of the fucking story, because the booker, who's 37 years old, an old girl, it was a nice piece.
Yeah, that's not bad.
She's 23.
Oh, okay.
And
so, is that news and notes?
And yeah, that wraps up news and notes. So basically you're saying he was innocent. And because the fucking booker was fucking her, you know, it got taken to ID 5,000. It went.
Well,
stories on WrestleHeads page if you want to fucking check it out.
I'm going to just be honest with you. I mean, an old Ring of Honor referee I can care less about now. If you're telling me that Ring of Honor is back on TV, then we got a conversation.
But see, you can't have... See, that's the scary thing about the wrestling business.
It's not even the wrestling business, though. A situation like that, Randy, happens in any company.
But we're talking about wrestling. It ain't got nothing to do with any company.
Now we're talking about wrestling.
What I'm saying is that's all wrestling. That's wrestling related. At the end of the fucking day, it's like this. That's why it's not good to fraternize.
Too much, yeah.
Like the fucking Stephanie and Triple H. When he shouldn't have been, me personally, Triple H shouldn't have been fucking with China. You know, some shit you can't do. Because it puts too much pressure on fucking people. And then you have a job and everybody's fucking everybody and shit gets out of control.
Yeah.
Like in a situation like that. why you think China can't get in the Hall of Fame because she was fucking doing porn? It's because she knew, she brought it to the attention that she was with Triple H. Triple H and Stephanie started fucking around while him and China was still together. That's why. That's the fucking truth.
Well, I'm just gonna be real. I think Triple H made a good decision there. I mean, it may not have been a popular decision.
It got nothing to do with being a good decision or not. Break up with the bitch. If it's like that, break up with her. Don't be trying to be with her and then you fucking the boss's daughter.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's up for discussion, but
and that's news and notes. Let's get to the fucking KBs.
You know, my kitchen bitch is a little sensitive this week. You know, I heard about the passing of Big Ange and stuff, and you know, for those of you who've been watching the show, you know I wasn't a big fan of Big Ange at all.
Don't you talk about her?
But even then, even then though, like just the humanity part of it, people put up pictures on social media, this woman on her deathbed, with her final moments with her family and stuff. And like, I don't care if it's Big Ange or fucking Kumo D. You just don't do that to somebody. I understand that, you know, people are nosy and her claim to fame actually was reality and people being all in her business. But in death, you need to leave that alone. I mean, they showed a picture of this woman. She was in the bed dying, family giving her last kisses and stuff like that. And even the humanitarian side of me was like, that's uncalled for. And whoever was in that room with them to take that picture and sell it and leak it out, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for that. And not even Big Ange deserves that.
And see, even on the show, people forget because it was the Mob Wives, and you know they running their mouth and all that shit. But her on that show, she was actually like the broker. She always tried to broker the peace with everybody. She wasn't one of them shit starters. She was always the one trying to get everybody, people was getting into it. She tried to calm everything down. Like, no, you can't do that. See, that's where it get lost. I mean, one of them shows.
I mean, I just felt like that was just totally uncalled for. It's like when they put that picture up of Robin Williams after they found him dead, and somebody took a picture of Robin Williams and they put like.
Oh, you talking about? You can see the noose marks.
Some things
you can tell he was hanging for a while.
Yeah, some things you just really gotta like.
That shit compressed his damn neck.
That's just uncalled for. You don't put that kind of stuff up, man. You gotta have some kind of decency when it comes to people like this.
You don't live in a decent world, Chief.
No, we don't live in a decent world, but I mean, I think what makes it so bad is that somebody who she cared for dearly, who was in the room, took that picture, and that's ridiculous. Go ahead, man. That was my kitchen bitch. Because Joey Ryan didn't win. I thought that was gonna be my kitchen bitch, but they put Cage over.
You Joey Ryan won.
I was okay.
Well, I guess mine's, you know. I guess we got two wrestling related kitchen bitches. Cause I mean, I had one and then I moved that out the way because I read that Axel Rod and shit. I don't understand, and you gotta hold on tight because I'm about to get a little racial. I don't understand when white people OD is accidental overdose, but anybody of color, I could be Mexican, black, Indian, it's overdose. They don't put accidental in that shit. It's nowhere in it. It's like they call it suicide. They call it all that shit. But when somebody Caucasian do it, it's accidental. Best example. Anybody remember Heath Ledger?
Yep.
First off, his performance in that Batman was fucking great. I ain't gonna take that away from him. But did he deserve the Academy Award over Eddie Murphy? Was it Eddie Murphy that year? No, scratch that. It wasn't Eddie Murphy.
No, Alan Arkin got that fucking shit.
And that son of a bitch didn't deserve it in that one.
Yeah.
For fucking 20 minutes of work, he fucking OD'd in the movie. But don't even get me started on that one. Fucking, I remember, it was fucking,
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. fucking Tropic Thunder. He should have won for that fucking shit. But they gave Heath Ledger the fucking one because he died. Accidental overdose. Shit. Damn near, they wanted to say that for Philip Seymour Hoffman. But I mean, he had so much fucking heroin in his fucking house. What they said the bags, he had like fucking 30 or 40 of them. I said, God damn, like, really?
Goddamn Dusty was shooting up.
The sad thing about it, he was a great fucking actor. See, Heath Ledger was starting to get his stride when he fucking You look like you want to say something, crowd.
Motherfucker did Brokeback Mountain, bro. Yeah.
I was trying to go a little past that.
He was good in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, I mean that too, and I mean Brokeback. I mean okay,
Bareback Mountain.
the content of it.
Bareback.
Jesus Christ, it was the theatrics of it. You could say was good. Like some people don't like what it was wrapped around, but nonetheless, decent enough performance. What I'm saying, when he get back to the Batman, that's what I'm saying. He was starting to make his upper peak, and then he did that. That's what I just don't understand. I'm like, when other people do it, they be saying suicide and everything. They don't say accidental overdose. But I mean, like Philip Seymour Hoffman, he had like 30, 40 fucking bags of that shit.
It wasn't an accident.
How the fuck is an accident? That motherfucker was going through bags. He said, it's in him. And Heath Ledger did. I think he did the same thing or something similar.
Yeah,
to that.
I don't know what his.
It was drug related. All of them is drug related.
I just don't.
They took so many fucking drugs. It's no accident. These people know what their body can tolerate because most likely all of them did OD'd at one time or another and got brought back. I guarantee that shit. Because all the motherfuckers have to go to the edge. It's something about that. They have to go tipping over the edge to see how far can they come back. Jesus Christ. Shit. I'm going to be over the fucking edge in a minute. But the point is, I just don't understand that shit. You know, just like with Axel Rodden. I mean, he wasn't a fucking star no more. If he OD'd, he OD'd. Call it that.
And don't die at McDonald's. Like, why would you do that to McDonald's?
That is a fucking sad death, man. You don't think about that. That's a sad death. That's like a lonely man's death. Like, fuck, I want to fuck up everybody's fucking lunch. I'm gonna go fucking die at a fucking McDonald's. Like you couldn't go home. I know he had to have a home or stay in a motel somewhere, and you couldn't go do that there, even though that's not cool there because people gotta go clean that shit up.
And not only that, Randy, but like you had said when we first broke that story about the tweet that he put out.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
Sounds like he was anticipating death. Therefore, this is not an accident. In fact, you may have wanted to rule it a suicide.
But they won't say that.
But we leave it up to the professionals to make those decisions.
I wonder how do they decide when it's accidental? You know what?
I would think the word accidental.
When Seymour Hoffman died, they was damn near tipping on that accidental shit. But you found 5 bags of smack up in his goddamn house.
Yeah, Lady Heroin definitely paid him a visit.
Shit, no, he called Mr. Heroin.
They put 50 pounds of smack in your trunk.
He called Mr. Heroin. He wasn't no fucking Lady Heroin.
I think the difference between a traditional overdose and an accidental one should be this. If it's illegal drugs, it is no accident. But if you overdose because you took one too many sleeping pills, that's an accidental overdose because you really wasn't trying to kill yourself. You really wasn't trying to overdose yourself.
I think maybe it's the aesthetics. Maybe they sit there see somebody laid out with pills in their hand.
I'm sorry.
And going that way.
I'm sorry, bro. Like you said, when you shooting up, that ain't no accident.
That is a dangerous thing. Like, why do people do heroin? Why do people do drugs like that? I mean, I'm not going to straight go Daryl Gates and Dare like back in the day, but goddamn, man, come on now. Don't do drugs like that.
Drug abuse resistance education.
Shit. And the sad thing, damn near everybody fucking went to Dare do drugs. And that's a sad shit.
Yeah. What I don't understand is, like, it be these celebrities with all this money. Now, Axel Rodden, obviously, he may not have had, you know.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, when you talk about, like, Robin Williams and Heath Ledger and stuff like that, obviously...
No, Robin Williams had, like, depression.
Well, see, that's what I was going to say. Obviously, it was some real mental issues going on.
He had that show. I remember I used to check that shit out. He had that show on CBS with him and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and they got canned. And I think that was probably the last nail in the fucking coffin.
That man didn't need no money.
It's not that money part. He's like one of the people he probably need to work. You know? They need that work.
Yeah.
And then to have a failure like that?
I mean, everybody can't go out like David Carradine getting choked out trying to get some cooch. Thailand.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just saying, like, it's like homeboy.
Okay, I'm done.
Good old Sammy on that movie Malcolm X, dead on a chick.
Alright.
That nigga passed out on the titties.
And I think that'll wrap up this show, Jesus Christ.
Well, let's just be real. Hold on, before you push that button, cameraman, let me just say this. Monday Night Raw tomorrow, we got to get some answers. We got to see how this card is going to look. The WWE has over a month to get ready for WrestleMania. We'll tune in to TNA and see how much more weight that Brodus Clay can put on. And we will find out what's going on in Lucha Underground and stuff.
Oh yeah, fucking Matt Hardy, he need to shut the fuck up.
Okay, but at the same time, Matt Hardy is bringing notoriety to the TNA title. He talks a lot, and the belts everywhere.
I'm sorry.
But I mean,
if EC3 was saying this shit, I'd take him seriously. I'd be like, man, that's a champ out there busting his ass. But when you got fucking 41-year-old fucking Fat Hardy, and I'm fat, I can say it. Fucking
yeah,
Fat
when
Hardy.
you fat, you can talk about it. That's what I said. Like, bro, this Clay, what happened, man?
And that fucking haircut he did, like, what the fuck you thinking? You one of them motherfuckers, you gotta have long hair. It's just, your head not made for that. I mean, you got a nice wife, she got a nice ass and everything. I don't know, you was pimping your little son.
Financially, he looks like he's doing okay, too, if he has his own theater in his home.
Shit, I mean, he was always bragging about them late-ass TNA checks coming around.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously you got that
going
going on.
$5,000 for TNA.
He's probably got that guy chemo cut in his yard.
Oh, God.
Okay, so...
What was you and that dude?
I don't give a fuck. That fucking video, that shit got me. I've been talking about
that
that
shit
shit
like 5-6 years ago.
Ever since we seen that video, that shit got me. I'm like, where'd that bum go? Is he in jail?
No, because I think when Matt Hardy was fucking first left the WWE and he was doing the little fucking, they had the little video, I think it was Shannon Moore and them fuckers.
Yeah, they were at
their little Carolina crew.
It looked like they were at that same diner that Hogan staged that fake greeting with the black people. It was one of those, bro.
Oh,
that fucking fake ass diner.
And then Kimo had a TNA hat on. He said, where he might go.
Not only that, but it was such a raggedy fucking wore out ass hat. You could barely see the TNA on it. It was like that black dude that got TNA cross the line on his arm. Like, motherfucker, you so black, we can't even see the fucking TN or the A.
Jesus Christ.
That motherfucker crossed the line and became...
You crossing the line right now.
That motherfucker became a security guard, man. He crossed the line and became a security guard.
And that is this.
This motherfucker was out here selling popcorn in the parking lot.
That is
Jeff Jarrett rolled up on a goddamn Sebring and they thought he was fucking riding a motorcycle.
Hopefully.
Who the fuck kidnapped Samoa Joe?
We don't care. Hopefully.
Who drove the fucking van?
We'll see you next week.
Well, they dropped him off at NXT. That's what they did.
We see you next week. Out.
The source has a white owner.